Okay, you'll have to forgive me a little here. It's obvious I'm filming this in my lap, but working out on trying to fill in the border. As you can see here, up into some of these areas here. So that'll be the definition of the border there. I still have yet to determine whether I'm going to burn a line along that edge or not. I would like to have the definition of it, but I'm not sure. It wouldn't take away from the Lichtenberg figures themselves. And you can see where I've come along here and filled in another crack there that was showing. Some of these areas are almost finished. Some of them obviously have some fill-in to do, and like I said, it's just a matter of when I get tired of doing the close-up detail work like you see here, I'll go into an open area here and just punch out the random stuff in the center. It helps randomize what I'm going to fill in, because it's truly random out there in the middle, whereas along the edges it's obviously defined where I have to stop to keep from punching into the Lichtenberg figure itself. So it's a mix of trying to tightly define the detail of the Lichtenberg figure with a random series of dots. So it's about all my eyes will take for the moment. So I'm going to take a little bit of a rest with my eyes and do something else, and we'll see if we can't pick it back up in an hour or two, and we'll see how it starts looking after that. So as you can see, we're starting to get quite a bit of shape and definition. This quadrant is close to being finished out. There are a few spots that need to be touched up. I'm having a little issue, and it'll happen in any type of wood, where the different parts of the grain accept deformation more easily than other parts, and so you just have to learn what those parts look like. In my case, it's the dark areas, and I just double hit those instead of just hitting them one time with the center punch. You can see where I've gone over here and started some random woodpecker holes. I've started defining out the center escutcheon plate, how I want that to be. I've even gone up into the tip of the fore end and started getting some randomized marks up into them. Very trying on the eyes, again, like checkering. I'm doing this without any magnification. Magnification would make it easier though, and certainly good light, especially a good side light, so you can see. Like right now, the light is coming down at about a 30-degree angle on this, and you can see the definition quite clearly. And now you're starting to get this, even though it's a depression, it's starting to look like the black is raised up out of the rest of the wood, when in fact it's not. It's actually down in it, so you're getting this kind of optical illusion. But that's the general effect of stippling along with Lichtenberg figures, and we'll check back in a little later. Well, we're a little further along in the process. The back half is Getting very close to being done. Still have on this quadrant over here quite a bit of fill to put in. Have started on the front and getting that pattern roughed in as to where the stippling will end and the final shape of that. You can see that pretty well there, how that's going to run around and then be matched on the other side by the same shape. Lots of little holes. Every one of those represents 1, 2, 3 or more presses of the automatic center punch. And but I am pleased with how the definition of the Lichtenberg figures really jumps out now beyond that stippling, and I can't wait to see what it's going to look like when we have that first coat of finish on there. I think it's really going to pop.